Have you been thinking about making the move to Phoenix, Arizona, and you want to know anything and everything about the West Valley of Arizona specifically? Well, in today's video, I'm going over exactly that, a full-on breakdown, so you're going to want to stick around. Let's get started. Welcome back to Phoenix Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we are going over exactly that, but before we get started, you know the drill. I have to let you guys know I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state, so if you've been thinking about relocating, pretty please reach out to me. My number and email are popping up. I would love to help out. If you're not quite ready to reach out yet, no problem. Go ahead and subscribe because I post videos all about the relocation process and the Phoenix metro area every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. But let's get started in today's video. All right, guys, getting right into today's video, we are going to be exploring the West Valley. The West Valley is basically going to be the left-hand side of Phoenix if you cut it right down the middle. So I'll show you exactly where I consider the West Valley. If you look at this highway right here, I-17, this is basically right down Phoenix. Granted, Phoenix a little bit more to the right. I would say if I was gonna be super specific and symmetrical, I would like the freeway to just transfer over a couple streets right down here to make my mind happy with it, but it's not. So anyways, if we're looking at Phoenix, let me just zoom out a little bit more for you guys so you can kind of see where my brain goes. It's this highway 17 or freeway 17 or however you want to say it, interstate 17, the 17 basically. Cut that right down. That's going to be your center point, right? So anything on the right-hand side is going to be East Valley. If you guys want me to make a video about the East Valley, go ahead and comment down below and I will definitely do that. Today we are focusing on the West Valley, where I was born and raised and where I do lots and lots of work. Granted, I do work all over the valley, but West Valley is my home. So we're gonna get started in this area today, and basically it's gonna be this whole left-hand side of the 17 right here down the center. So I'm not going to necessarily be talking about these kind of like outskirt towns like Tonopah, Wickenburg, Morrison, Whitman. All of these areas I am familiar with. They're just less traveled to. So if you guys want me to do kind of a little bit of a video about maybe like some sneaky towns or something along those lines, let me know, because they do have a lot of amazing like horse properties out here and more acreage. If that's something that you're looking for, those would be probably good videos to watch. So again, let me know if you guys want me to do those. We're gonna mainly focus on the main suburbs. So for example, Surprise, Peoria, Glendale, Goodyear, and Buckeye. I cannot make an entire video really going super crazy on each area, but I'm going to make it as quick as I possibly can with going over each area and still giving you guys the information that you would need when deciding on where to live. Keep all of this in mind. You guys really want to reach out to me when it comes to picking a place to live, because I purposely go really into detail on the Zoom calls. All the people that have done Zoom calls with me in the past can probably attest to that in the comments. I try to go very much in detail on these, and that's why they take a long time sometimes, but it's really the most important part when you're moving to a new state. You want to know exactly where to live or even where to start looking, because if you don't know where to look, you're going to be real confused. And there's a lot of places you can live in the Phoenix area, and there's a lot of places you don't want to live in the Phoenix area. So again, that's why the Zoom calls are super important. You guys, please reach out to me. My number's in the end, my number's in the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, so you guys can contact me that way. But let's get started in here. So I'm going to go as west and then kind of move inwards. So first thing we're gonna be talking about is Buckeye. Buckeye is an extremely popular place to live and one of the most affordable places to live right now. You really want to consider this area if you're looking to stay under $400,000. $400,000 is really hard to find in other places. It's not impossible by any means, but there's still homes, smaller homes for $375,000. I've seen homes for $325,000. Granted, those are very small, but it'll get your foot in the door if you're just a couple and you're trying to start a family or something along those lines, or just your pets. You don't need this super big space. That area would be it's just a really great up and coming area. And as well as this little corner right here, it's called Tartesso. Tartesso is a really great place to live if you don't mind being not super far. fairly far from your grocery stores. You're probably about a 10 to 15 minute drive from your local grocery store, but it's definitely growing, and it has been growing for many, many years. We're just waiting on some more stuff out there, which I'm sure it's slated for at this point, but it just hasn't been built. And I don't want to give you guys a timeline of things being built, because we all know how that works. When you try and make plans, God laughs, I think is what they say, right? So anyways, moving into closer to this Buckeye area, again, that's considered Buckeye. Verrado is considered Buckeye up here in this little corner as well. Really down here, like this little square, we'll say, it's going to be your more affordable area if you're looking to stay in some sort of affordability, definitely up and coming and growing. Next area, we'll talk about Goodyear. You guys have done a huge series on Goodyear. If you guys want more information about Goodyear and all these places, I go in depth on each location more and more. And like I said in the beginning, I make videos every Monday and Thursday, and I post them at 5 p.m. So subscribe, because I make videos. I'm going to continue to post videos for as long as I possibly can, and as long as you guys are watching. So I'll be posting more videos about each area as the time goes on. So anyways, there's like a 5-part series on my channel about Goodyear. Goodyear is a pretty large location, so I'm just gonna type in Goodyear here so you guys can see the outline. Oh, not trying to sponsor those people. Goodyear, Arizona. There we go. Now we'll see a map. So as you can see, it's a pretty widespread area, and this area of Goodyear is way different than this area of Goodyear. So that's why it's really important to watch those series, because I do break them down in each part. So like I have one about Estrella Mountain, which is up on the mountain. I have some about the south side of the I-10 Goodyear and north side of the I-10 Goodyear. So anyways, breakdown of Goodyear real quick. Average price point, probably looking to start at least in this north end, 500, 550, something along those lines. This may be a little bit more affordable. Might be able to find something around 450. Not a lot of townhomes in this area in general. Townhomes are kind of hard to find, so just keep that all in mind. And then on the south end right here, can you guys hear my puppy crying? I just got a puppy. If you guys want me to post a picture of my puppy in the community tab, let me know. He's really cute, but you know, puppies cry, so sorry about that. Anyways, south side, Estrella Mountain, this is going to be up on the mountain, not as much access to all the things that you would like. If you're looking for something 55 plus, if you're looking for a vacation home, if you're looking to get away from, you know, society, which I'm totally all about that, you might really fall in love with the Estrella Mountain area. It's gorgeous views. Lots of new homes in there, lots of older homes, lots of custom homes, lots of homes with land. So you have all the options up in this area, and you still have a grocery store up there, a Walgreens, Chase Bank. So some of your day-to-day necessities, it's a little too far for me personally, but you guys will have to let me know. South side of the I-10, this is going to be an area that's really, really up and coming right now. Lots of new builds in this area, lots of new grocery stores, lots of new literally everything. So I think that this might be a really good area if you're looking for up and coming. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more built out already, definitely going to be this kind of north area, but like I said, it's a little bit more expensive, and they're still building out here. Like there's pretty much nowhere you can move in Arizona that isn't being built out right now. So you'll probably hear me say that a lot throughout this video. The next place we're going to talk about is, and excuse me if I'm talking fast, but guys, there's a lot of little cities that you have to go through in order to hit them all. So Avondale, that is where I live. I live on the north side of the 10. And if you guys want me to do a whole video about what I like to call the box, which is going to be south side of Northern, which is this highway. So south of that over here, you're going to be west of the 101 over here, and you're going to be north of the 10 and east of the 303. So all of these little highways is the box. That's like my primary place that I will probably always live, unless it's maybe I really like Verrado, I probably live there, but this is where I grew up and where all my family lives and things like that, so I like to be close to them. So that's where I prefer. You guys, when you guys come here, you're totally anywhere, not anywhere. Lots of Arizona is a good option. So again, I guide you through that whole process, but this is where I live. I live right about in this area. I live 5 minutes away from the high school I went to. I live 5 minutes away from the community college I went to. I live 5 minutes away from my mom and dad. I live 5 minutes away from my boyfriend's family. So I am in the perfect area for me, and I don't see myself moving anytime soon unless that perfect home comes up, of course, which I'm always on the lookout. But this area is pretty much the same as Goodyear. You're gonna be looking to start as a price point around 500. There's occasionally where homes will pop up in that 375 to 500 price point. They're really hard to get and a little bit more competitive. So who knows? You might find an amazing deal. It might need a little bit more updating. My home is older. Anything in this area, I would say 90% of this area is gonna be older homes. So if you're not looking for that, it might be a little bit hard to find a new build. There are some new builds over in this area. Camelback Ranch has some new builds, which is right next to the spring training fields and really close to the Cardinal Stadium and all of that fun stuff right up here. So we'll get into that in a second, but north side of the 10, Avondale, great access to everything that you could possibly want. Yeah, it's a great area to live, in my opinion. I can't say it's great. I mean, maybe I can say it's great. I think I can say that. You guys, there's rules that realtors can and cannot say. But anyways, south side of the 10, these are gonna be older homes, a little bit more affordable. So I would say anything south of the I-10 is going to be more affordable options if you're looking for that. I've lived in the south side of the I-10. Again, I would live there now. There are definitely some older homes in here. If you're not looking for old homes, you wanna consider reaching out so I can guide you to where the new homes are, right? So there's new builds in here, and then there's homes that are built in the 2005 era, and then also there's homes that are built like before 2000. So a good array of options, and again, price points starting around maybe like 400 or so, depending. Again, you might find one of those homes that are kind of like the diamond in the rough for 350, but majority of the homes, I would say 400 is kind of your starting price. Next spot. Ugh, so much talking. Tolleson, that's the next location. Tolleson is very small, as you can see. It's not a huge area, but you have all the shopping that you would possibly need. If you're looking to be closer to Phoenix, as I'm talking about each city, we're getting closer and closer to the Phoenix metro, like the actual Phoenix area. So this one probably maybe like 25 minutes, depending on where in Tolleson you live, to get down to Phoenix, which is not too bad at all. Still definitely a suburb. You're not looking like a city at all at this point. And then you're probably, this is the airport right here. So luckily, if you're thinking about, you know, proximity to Phoenix, you're probably maybe add an extra 5 minutes if you're in the West Valley to get to that airport. So 30 minutes to get to the airport, maybe. Not too bad at all. Next spot is Laveen. Laveen is definitely up and coming right now. If you're looking for that, it is definitely closer to the city. Like, you are right in the city, depending on where exactly in Laveen you are. I've sold quite a few homes in this area recently, and people just seem to love it. It's kind of that thing, like, if you live in Laveen, you probably don't want to live anywhere else because you are so close to being to all the good stuff of being downtown, right? So like, you're close to the actual city part where, you know, your corporate buildings are going to be and things like that, or right down here, you're close to date night. Right now, down here, you're close to Scottsdale Fashion Square and all like the bars and the clubs and all that fun stuff that you could do on the weekends. You're close to ASU if you have any kids going there, or if you are going to ASU, you want to be probably close to that. There's just a lot of benefits about being in Laveen, and then also if you have family that live in the East Valley, Laveen's a really good location because you guys know the West Valley is going to just be overall way more affordable, it seems like, than the East Valley. There are some pockets of the East Valley that are going to be just as affordable, or if not, some of the locations even cheaper than the West Valley, but it's all, you know, it's all something that you guys have to really do the research and reach out to me to make sure those areas are going to fit you, because they're not all the same, right? So anyways, Laveen's a good area to keep it affordable and then also be able to have quick access to your family in the East Valley. Next place we are going to talk about is Glendale. Glendale is home to the Cardinal Stadium. Glendale is home to the Luke Air Force Base. If you are active military or working on base at all of these areas that I'm talking about are going to be great for you. These parts of Glendale are probably going to be a little bit too far if you're looking to be maybe like 15 to 30 minutes away from Luke. I would be considering areas like Buckeye, Canyon Trails, Verrado, Litchfield Park, Goodyear. Waddell is really up and coming, and we'll talk more about those in a minute, but those are all going to be kind of within that vicinity. And you guys can always do this too. I suggest on my Google or on my Zoom calls is kind of looking like, if I was to type in here, Luke Air Force Base, right? And then I go and I hit the directions. For anyone that doesn't know that you can do this. And then when you hit the directions, at least this is how it is on the computer, and I'm pretty sure you can do it on your phone too. It's just not going to look exactly the same. But say you are looking to be in Luke and you are thinking about living in the Buckeye area. So you click in that, and then you can see exactly how long it's going to take you. So you don't have to be physically like at that location at that time to see how long it's going to take you. And I always suggest this for people that are considering making the move, and time is really important to you. Take everything with a grain of salt, because of course this is not the main center of Buckeye, and this is probably where you wouldn't even end up living, because this is like the furthest south you can go of Buckeye. You can also take this little dot right here and drag it anywhere you want. So if I was going to say, this is like where all the shopping is of Buckeye, say you were gonna live in that area, that just cut it down by 20 minutes. So I think Google Maps is a super, super underrated way to be looking at like different areas, because that's gonna seriously help you a lot. And you can even change it to, if you press this options button, you can change it to, is it that? How do I do it? Somehow, some way you can change the time on here. Oh, this one, leave now. So you can put depart at 4:10, right? So like, okay, I'm not gonna be traveling at, well, I guess it is 4:05 right now when I'm filming this video, so it's a little bit different of a scenario, but say you're looking at these areas at 2 p.m., right? That's not rush hour time. You need to know how long is it going to take you to get from point A to B during rush hour. This is how you do that. So you can make it depart at 5 p.m. and then it could show you different times and different routes that it could take you, right? And we can move it over here, or we could say over here, or whatever you guys want to do. There's a bunch of different ways to use Google Maps to your advantage. So back to what we were talking about before, Glendale. I hope that helps you guys whenever you're searching during like the location portion. It's kind of hard to understand like how all the times work, because some of you guys are coming from LA, where LA you have to, if you drive 2 miles, it's going to take you 45 minutes, versus here in Phoenix, in the Phoenix metro area, it definitely does not take that long. So you want to know that, because that might really open up your options. Glendale, as you're looking over here, this is going to be Westgate. Westgate is where the Cardinal Stadium is. It is where the Coyotes hockey thing is, and where all the concerts are. They're opening up casinos over here. Like, this is kind of like the new, like, I would definitely say touristy area, but like so many shops here. Like, I would not mind living super close to this area, especially if you are not a homebody like me. I don't mind having to drive the 15 minutes to get there, but if you want to be able to take a quick Uber down to this area for concerts, for bars, clubs, restaurants, whatever, you definitely want to be close to this area. So that's super cool. This whole area, a lot of the homes are going to be older, so be prepared for that, but you might be able to find a really good deal in this area too. So something closer to that under 400 price point, more likely in this area. If you're looking for non-HOA homes, majority of the Phoenix metro area, I would say at least the West Valley, is going to have lots and lots of HOAs. If you are not looking for, my cat, I swear, we're in a busy household here. If you're not a cat person, I'm sorry. So if you are looking for a non-HOA neighborhood, definitely check out these areas. If you're looking for lakefront property, Arrowhead Ranch is a super cool area, and there's a lot of like really beautiful luxury homes kind of in this little vicinity, but we'll talk about Peoria next. Let's see here. Peoria. We're gonna type here. Okay, Peoria. Then we'll show you guys the map for this one. So as you can see, all the way up here is considered Peoria. Lake Pleasant, if you are super into boating and things like that, Peoria, this, especially this like Estancia area, Anthem, New River, what is this over here? I think this might be, what is this area over here? North Phoenix, I don't know. We'll look at what exactly the city is called right up here. But you have lots of options if you're trying to be close to the water. So that's really cool. Peoria, again, very strange shape when it comes to this area. These homes down here, a lot older. This is Sun City right here. We'll talk about that in a second, but this is like a 55 plus area. And going up here, you have a lot of manufactured homes going up. Okay, the next area we're gonna talk about is Sun City. Sun City is the 55 plus community here in Phoenix metro area. So they're kind of broken up into a couple different areas when it comes to the 55 plus and like what they're called. Sun City, I call it like, really it's the whole of like Sun City proper, Sun City West, Sun City Grand, Sun City Festivals, which is all the way over here. So again, I need to really do a 55 plus video for you guys. So that's definitely in the works for my people that are looking for 55 plus. Surprisingly, a majority, not actually even surprisingly, I'm not surprised considering a lot of people try to retire here. Lots of you guys are 55 plus. So I want to make a video for you guys when it comes to like just really breaking down and driving through this like Sun City West, Sun City Grand, and Sun City festivals, and then just even doing some more 55 plus for my people that do want a 55 plus neighborhood. So expect that to come, but these are all 55 plus and they all have different you know, things about them. For example, Sun City proper, you probably have some really, really good deals in there if you're looking for something that isn't super big, isn't super fancy, and you know, maybe like a duplex or something like that. You really just want to get down to the Phoenix, Arizona area and you want to live out your life, right? That Sun City area is going to be really cool because they have homes that are closer to that 300, even if it's like a condo or like I said, a duplex. Sun City West, a little bit more bigger properties, lots of golf course lots up in this area. Sun City Grand, same thing. And Sun City Festivals is just, it's not even part of Sun City in my eyes, but it is a lot of 55 plus, but there's literally nothing. So if you want to be close to doctors, if you want to be close to shopping, that is definitely not the area for you, but who knows? I will include it in a video no matter what. Next thing we're going to talk about is Surprise. So Surprise, you can kind of, and Sun City, majority of it, you can kind of wrap both of those into one because they all share basically the same things, right? So Surprise is a really cool area and I would definitely live here. There are some stunning neighborhoods, like Marley Park is one of my favorite neighborhoods, and Surprise has a lot more unique homes if you're not looking for that kind of cookie cutter Arizona stucco home and you want some more like siding or I don't know, they just have cool houses. Like it looks like a totally different place. Even the landscape is completely different, like so many more trees, different kinds of trees. Like you don't feel like you're in the desert at all in Marley. There's a new side to Marley and the old side. The old side is what I'm talking about, but the new side is stunning as well. Lots of new builds as well. So lots of new builds over here. It's all super being like crazy being built out, and it's one of the more affordable areas to live, as well as Buckeye. So it's not too much more expensive than Buckeye, if I'm being honest. If you're looking to be close to Phoenix and you're thinking about the Surprise area, you definitely want to consider the drive when it comes to that, because you're going to be probably about the same time as your Buckeye time, which is maybe like 40 minutes to downtown Phoenix. That might not be ideal for you. So this is where I'm going to use my little trick that I showed you guys earlier in this video. So if I type in Phoenix, we can see exactly how long it's going to take. So if you're actually in the main portion, and this is prime rush hour time, of course, so keep that in mind, 55 minutes to be right here in Surprise, but a lot of people are kind of living also in this area. So we'll say 48 minutes, which is actually a little bit less. So that's awesome. But either way, you want to consider that because a lot of people think Surprise is just strictly too far if they do work in Phoenix a lot, or if they travel to the airport a lot for work, or whatever the case may be. That might just be a little too far for you guys. What else about Surprise? Surprise has a lot of already like built up shopping, which is something that I really like too. Buckeye does not have does not have as much shopping as Surprise does. It's definitely, again, Buckeye's seriously growing like crazy, but so a Surprise, I don't know. If I was gonna pick between the two, I would probably pick Surprise. I don't know. It just depends. Like if my budget, I don't know, maybe I would pick Buckeye just strictly for like equity purposes, because this area is growing so much. I could see like the prices in this area skyrocketing in the next couple years, versus Surprise is a little bit more built out already, so there's not as much increase in my mind. But I don't know. You also have to see the vibes. I like access to the I-10. So anyways, you guys, will go more into detail whenever we do the Zoom calls. I need to know what you like to do for fun. What's the most important things to you? Are you looking to get more bang for your buck? Because then Buckeye is definitely going to be the option for you. Next place, we're going to talk about Waddell. Waddell is another super big, Waddell's another really amazing place to move to right now. Like so many people are moving here. Lots of homes with RV garages. If you guys are looking for RV garages, I wouldn't even consider this little area just to be Waddell. I don't even know why it shows like that on the map. I really consider like this here, maybe Waddell. I don't know. Point being, lots of new builds in this area, lots of homes with RV garages. It's just being completely built out. They just built a new Costco right here. They've built, what else? Home Goods. Ross is over there. Sprouts is over there. Bunch of food places are over there. I mean, anywhere where a Costco's going, you can definitely expect for the equity increase to increase and that area to be built out, because of course, Costco's development team is way smarter than majority of the people, including probably myself. So anywhere where a Costco and a Starbucks go, that's where you need to be moving to if you're looking for the most increase in value. What is the next area? Let's talk about just a couple more, guys. You can stick with me. Litchfield Park. Litchfield Park is an amazing, amazing place. I see myself, I've lived in this area before. I've lived in this area right here. I've lived in this neighborhood. I've lived right across the street. My best friends all grew up in Old Litchfield Park, and it is one of my favorite places to be in general. My office is also in Old Litchfield Park, so you really, the Old Litchfield Park experience is definitely one of those areas of like, once you get in, you definitely don't want to leave. I would die to live in there one day. Like I bet you majority of this neighborhood is probably realtors, because realtors love this location. The homes are so unique. A lot of older homes in this Old Litchfield area, homes built, I mean, way back. And you have condos in there, you have townhomes in there, you have single family homes in there, you have homes on golf course lots, like a lot of golf course lots in here. You have, I mean, most of them are semi-custom to custom homes. It's a stunning place to live. Right over here is the Wigwam Golf Course, so that's a really cool place to live. A lot of luxury homes right in here, probably ranging between, I mean, starting prices, maybe like 600 to 700,000. Townhomes right here, this whole area right here where you can kind of see some, get off my screen. Oh, it's trying to show you guys something I'm not trying to show you. Like right in this area is going to be the, like, what is it called now? The Old Litchfield Town Center. It's being built currently, and it looks like it's going to be a serious like deal, but a bunch of restaurants right down here. Let me zoom in here. Papa Paul's is one of the restaurants that I really like going to. It's a little bit more expensive, but a really cool experience. Pasta, pizza, salads, that kind of thing. You have my office, which is right here. And then you have Park Cafe, which I've grown up going to. It used to be called AJ's, I believe, back in the days. And me and my friends would walk from after we got off school in middle school and walk here and then walk to their homes, because like I said, they grew up in this neighborhood. So I got to come to all the fun places. And then one of my favorite places that I always recommend to you guys when you guys come, if you have reached out to me and you have visited before, you know Old Pueblo is probably the place I recommended to you, because that is the place I recommend to everyone. And it is delicious, and that's me and my friends also our go-to. The green chili beef is my go-to personally. Talk about Verado. Verado is one of those places, I don't even know if it'll pop up as like an actual outline. Let's see. Okay, perfect. It does pop up. Doesn't include this area for some reason, which I do believe is a 55 plus community of Verado. But you could just imagine this whole area right over here is what people would consider Verado. Verado is another place I would definitely live, like I said, in the future. I really love the idea of like the older homes that have a little bit more of a unique style, that aren't just like how, for example, my house is right now, just like a very standard Arizona stucco home. Not bad by any means, but as you can see, like this is just their front picture, right? So like this is more giving like Tuscany, and I love that about that area. There's tons of mature trees. It's very just like quaint. I don't know. It's a great place to be if you can be. It's a little bit more expensive, but lots of people are always trying to move into this area, and I totally understand why. It's so cute, and they've just continued to grow this area out. They've added so much shopping. I have a whole video of a drive-through of Verado, and I think I mostly covered this whole like north hand side, but I might even have a sit-down video somewhere somehow of Verado in general, where I'm kind of breaking them down a little bit more. Right here, they're gonna be opening up some more shops. So they just opened up this Costco out here in Buckeye again. Where the Costcos go, that's where people need to be moving to, or they seem to be moving to at least. Right here is going to be like a Target, Home Goods, at least that's what they're thinking is gonna be here, but it's gonna be like a little shopping center, which is awesome because this area definitely has needed some growth, like when it comes to grocery stores and stuff like that. The whole area has been completely built out, but they want more access to quick things. So Fry's, this Fry's has been built in the last year or two. It has not only the Fry's, but it has like a Cafe Rio, Salad and Go, Macayo's. Like I said, watch the video of me driving through this area. It has a lot of stores that have opened up, and it's obviously just gonna continue to open up more and more. But I think I hit majority of the areas here in this video. If you guys want me to do a video about like North Phoenix, kind of going over these areas a little bit more, and then also one about the East Valley, and maybe even some of like the more affordable places in the East Valley, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, pretty please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out my channel. And if you want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. And until next time, guys, I will, well, actually, don't forget to reach out. My number and email are popping up. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.